What's going on, guys? Kuala Lumpur or Bangkok? If you're thinking of moving to Southeast Asia, then these are the two top cities that always pop up and most people think about, and rightfully so. Both cities are amazing, absolutely amazing, but they offer somewhat different vibes. I spend time in both, I absolutely love both. So I'll be breaking this down with real life experiences. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, and if you're returning, I appreciate you. But before you go, hit that like button. All right, let's dive into it straight away. Cost of living. I'm gonna start with Bangkok. Like, Bangkok can be pretty pricey, especially nowadays. It's not the Bangkok of 10 years, 20 years ago. Just life and everything is just getting more expensive, and especially for guys from Europe and America, Southeast Asia has always been great budget wise and good price ranges, but shit, things are getting expensive. And Bangkok and Thailand, especially Bangkok, has kind of like increased and jumped most other cities in Southeast Asia. So Bangkok slightly more expensive, especially in tourist areas. Again, too, remember, tourists are a huge target. There's a huge target in tourist backs, because if you're a tourist, they're gonna charge you more, period. So there's gonna be a local price and always gonna be a tourist price. So if you're thinking of staying long term, not in hotels, I'm talking about long periods of time, rent can be pretty pricey in hot spots and well-known spots like Sukhumvit. I personally, if I was going to move to Bangkok, I'm going to stay in Sukhumvit, anywhere in the Sukhumvit area. I absolutely love it. But there's so many different areas to stay in. That's going to be a lot more better price-wise. So you have to do a lot more research. But again, too, it's going to be pricey somewhat, depending on the location, especially a central location. But the great thing about Thailand, what always sticks out, is food is delicious. Not only delicious, it's cheap. Of course, you can go to high-end restaurants and high-end Michelin places, but generally food is cheap. And also Thailand has some of the best street food in the world, which is very affordable as well. As far as KL, Kuala Lumpur is a lot cheaper when it comes to Bangkok, rent wise and also transportation wise. So both two is really beneficial in Malaysia, and it's a lot more. I'm talking about KL to Bangkok, which is just what, 2 hour flight, maybe less. Let me know in the comments exactly. And you talking about quite significant lower rent in good locations. Like, for instance, in KL, one of my friends lives literally in a central location, and it's I would say about $400 cheaper than one of my friends that lives just a little bit outside of the Sukhumvit area. And in KL, food is affordable, food is delicious, it's cheaper, but it's more of an eating out. In KL, eating out is a lot more common than it is in Bangkok. Of course, you can eat out everywhere. I'm talking about more people in Bangkok. People eat out, cook, so on and so forth. KL, everyone's going out to eat, more of a thing. So you're gonna have to budget on eating out a lot. I mean, so basically, it just depends. Me, I would literally always recommend both. But if you want a longer period and you want a little bit, when it comes to longer period of renting somewhere for a longer period of time, then KL, you will find it cheaper in KL. Transport and getting around both cities. Bangkok, you got the BTS Sky Train and the MTR, which is great, very affordable, get you around, but it doesn't cover everywhere. So depending where you go, you might not be able to get there. So it's great to where you can get to, but there's some places that it doesn't cover, but still very affordable. Traffic is absolutely brutal. Southeast Asia period, but Bangkok is one of the most traffic dense and traffic high cities in the world. So you're always going to be traffic. I mean, don't even bother going out in peak time in rush hour. You're just going to be sitting in the car, sitting in a taxi, sitting on tuk-tuk. One thing that's great about Bangkok, there's different ways to get around, and you keep it somewhat fun when it's not super hot, like tuk-tuk. So you can get on tuk-tuk and just maneuver through traffic, or jump on a bike, someone on a scooter. There's some scooter taxi where you just jump on a bike and it's a little easier to get around, but you're still going to be in traffic, period. So these are a lot more affordable ways to get around the city, which are cool but touristy. Again, you know what I mean? In KL just absolutely has a better transportation system and just a lot modern. The MRT, LRT, monorail, and It's just a better structured wise as far as transportation, and pretty much covers all of KL, which is so getting around easily, especially if you're gonna live there for a long period of time. Obviously, you don't want to rent a car. You just move around. You literally can get anywhere you want pretty easily in a sense. Don't think that you're going to get away from traffic. No, there's going to be loads of traffic, especially during the peak times and rush hour. Loads of traffic as well, but it's not as dense and as much as in Bangkok. Still loads of traffic, but the public transportation is a lot more connected than in Bangkok, so you can pretty much get anywhere, and it's a lot easier, especially if you want to get to one side to the other. Just get on a train, and you don't have to jump. You don't have to be sitting in traffic. You know what I mean? Grab works in both cities. Grab is an Asian thing, especially in Southeast Asia. Is Grab is like your Bolt and Uber. Some cities have Bolt. I think Bangkok has Bolt because I've used Bolt before, and Malaysia has Bolt as well. But I would recommend you just download Grab. Grab is super cheap. Well, depending where you're going, but it's generally cheap and it's just easy to get around. I think Grab is a lot more ran better, no disrespect, in Malaysia, especially in KL. So I mean, it's just transportation. Obviously, KL wins because it's just a smoother system. It's a lot easier to get around and easier to navigate. Bangkok is easy to navigate. I mean, once you just get used to it, it's still both great cities. But if you are newbie and new to Southeast Asia, I always would lean to KL because KL is just easier to navigate, and a lot of people speak English, so you can always get around easier. Lifestyle and vibe, yeah. Bangkok. I mean, what can I say about Bangkok? Absolutely, when it comes to about like vibes, that's Bangkok. Bangkok's got pretty much anything under the sun, anything you can imagine, anything you could dream of, everything you could think of, you got it in Bangkok. Literally, if your freaky style, your normal side, your adventurous side, your historical side, your cultural side, everything is in Bangkok. Bangkok's a great city for everything, but beware, especially if you're new to Southeast Asia, it can be very chaotic and overwhelming for newbies. So if you've been there before, like my first time in Bangkok, I was like, God, whoa, what's going on? But once I settled in a couple of days into it, I was like, man, I actually really like the city. And honestly, I cannot make this up. Bangkok is one of my favorite cities in all of Asia. It just offers so much, and what puts it over the top for me, and I'm talking about my opinion, is the food. Obviously, the people are great. I mean, the food, obviously, but the rooftops, man, the vibes, and they have so many amazing rooftops. I'm not saying KL doesn't. KL has some rooftops as well, but I personally think Bangkok has the best rooftops, bars, rooftop restaurants, just rooftops, period, in all of Asia. It's absolutely fantastic. I haven't been to China, so maybe China, you guys from China, you can dispute this. I don't know. I haven't been to China, but I'm talking about everywhere else. Hey. So, just vibes wise, it's buzzing. It's constantly buzzing. Late nights. If you love your partying, if you love just exploring, you're just meeting up other foreigners, backpackers, Bangkok's a place to be. But again, like I said, it can get overwhelming and chaotic at times. So if it's your first time, probably need to, look at somewhere else. So Bangkok would be more like your boys or girls night out or group, having more fun, excitement. Again, this is your first time ever going to Asia. It's a great place to start just for excitement and party and a little bit of chaos. KL is a lot more calmer and more controlled. It's chilled. Of course, you can get your crazy as well. Don't ever think KL don't have crazy. Crazy has crazy nights, crazy shit. Whatever you to think of, you can get in Malaysia as well, in KL. But it's a lot more controlled, a lot more tamed compared to Bangkok. And it's a great place for families. So let's say if you go on family vacation and you want to start off flying to a city, I would say go to KL. It's a lot more chiller, a lot more family friendly. But also, I mean, it's not like families will go to Bangkok as well. It's just a lot more chaos, a lot more busier. So if you're looking at more family friendly, it's your first time, I would say KL. KL, less chaos, beautiful cafes, lots of shopping. If you're into shopping is clothes. I'm talking about anything, especially clothes, sneakers, and all that stuff. KL, a lot more cheaper than Bangkok, hands down. So if you want to buy, anything you want to buy, whatever it may be, KL is a lot cheaper. So if you're into your shopping, you want to get some stuff, definitely KL, trust me. Also amazing local markets. I mean, Bangkok has local markets as well, but it's not as chaotic Mind you, I've been to some amazing food markets in Bangkok, and they actually be super dope as well. So both have markets, but a lot more chilled markets. So like I said, if you're a shopping freak, shopping lover, then KL for sure. Aim for KL. So basically, depends on your lifestyle. If you want a bit of everything, but also love it, you're into your partying, into your late nights, and 100% Bangkok, you're gonna meet other foreigners, you're gonna travelers, you're gonna just have a time of your life. If you want more chilled, more responsible fun, then it's KL. Food and culture, I mean, I'm always torn to this because Thai food is actually one of my favorite. It's Italian and Thai is my two favorite foods in the world. And there's obviously a reason why Thai food is so famous worldwide. I'm talking about everywhere I've been, there's always a Thai restaurant. There's always some kind of Thai, whatever. Street food is absolutely delicious, affordable. It's literally food heaven. If you're foodie, this is a great place. From your social media pictures to just trying different types of foods and different types of spices. It's just different types of Thai food. I mean, not different types of food. You can still get other types of food, obviously, but I'm talking about if you're Thailand, obviously eat Thai food. Thai food is famous for a reason because it's absolutely delicious and it's so flavorful and spicy. But if you're not into spicy, then you might struggle in a sense. But again, too, you can still find places and still eat Thai food and just tell them to bring down the spice. Also, they have amazing food markets, local markets, where the shopping, whatever it may be, jewelry, sneakers, all that stuff. But the favorite markets of mine is the food markets. Very affordable, very diverse in the sense where there's all kinds of food. I'm talking about all kinds of food. It will take you a while just to walk around and just figure out what you want to eat because you have so much choice. So that's one thing I love about Bangkok is the food market. It's absolutely amazing and very affordable. So in KL, less spicy, not as spicy as Thai food. It's what makes Malaysian food really stand out is because of the blend. They got the Malay, Indian, and Chinese mesh and blend into their foods and into their spices, into their flavors. So if you got sensitive taste buds or you want to try different types of tastes and standout tastes of foods, then Malaysia and KL is going to do it for you. It's a very sit outside culture, so they have a lot of places where you can sit outside and just eat. There's loads of food markets, there's loads of street food, and one thing I like about street food here in KL is it's like it's organized street food, where Bangkok's like just all over the place. This is more organized street food, so it's kind of like a restaurant, but it's like street food type thing where they're cooking outside and you could just sit outside and eat. And one key point, one pro tip, guys, always walk around and look. Wherever you see places where there's absolutely packed, it means the food is good. It's just they're not just sitting there for no reason. Especially in KL and Chinatown. Sometimes you might, I don't want it so busy. Go to that place. Trust me, the food is absolutely delicious. So Bangkok food always wins because Thai food always wins. In my opinion, it's iconic, very well known, super flavor, super spicy. Malaysian food is, if Thai food is number one, Malaysian food is literally a two, very close to in most people's eyes. More chilled, more variety, and a lot more places to eat in KL. So accommodation and housing, again, I would always recommend getting an apartment, like in the new build type thing, apartment building, because with apartment building, you're gonna have a 24-hour groceries, you're gonna have a pool hopefully, and could have a gym. So that would be, you're literally reducing a lot of your costs all in one, where you don't have to move around to go shopping. You have to go to get a gym membership, or you have to, if you like swimming, you have to go get a pool membership type thing, right? You can have all in one in the building. It might be a lot more pricier than just getting a shared. Bangkok's very known for like shared apartments, right? A lot more cheaper. So again, to depend on your budget. But if you can really just spend more, get a apartment where you have more amenities, because it will save you money in the long run. But anywhere downtown, like in Sukhumvit areas, is gonna be a lot more expensive. So you have to look at going out a little bit more. Or if you looking at Sukhumvit, then you have to be co-living, with you and your friend, or you and somebody else type things, which will make it a lot cheaper. Thing about Bangkok has a lot of amazing condos, apartments, high-rise apartments, absolutely beautiful, but again, to be pricey depending on where you are and what location or area, right? Whereas KL, it has high-end condos, nice brand new apartments. It's a lot more cheaper than in Bangkok, so you can really find something really amazing that has a infinity pool upstairs. It has a gym. you know, and it has a grocery store, chaos downstairs that's 24 hours. You know what I mean? So again, I always recommend, if you move into a country like that, spend a little bit more and have something all in one. I like going to the gym, I like swimming, so I'd rather have one in my whole building, so I can just do that in my whole building. You know what I mean? I can work, boom, 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 get it and do that instead of having to get separate memberships. Again, too, depending, most gyms in apartment buildings is not going to be great. So if you're looking for a great gym, then you probably have to go outside. So if you really want like a really nice apartment, really nice condo, like I said, my friend lived in a condo, two-floor condo for half the price of what I was looking at in Bangkok and staying in Sukhumvit into a nice apartment. Half the price of that in KL. She was in the center, had a two-floor condo with a gym, with a pool, amazing view for half the price. So if you want a cheaper budget stay and just a balling stay where you can stay somewhere amazing, KL will be your choice. But again, all depends on what you're after, right? Weather, environment, and safety. So in Bangkok, great, safe, but it's hotter and dustier. So especially prime time summer, and those hot ass days, it can be very dusty, and the air pollution is not very good. Sometimes you can't really see the sun. Or at night it gets very cloudy because the pollution is pretty high. Loads of bikes, loads of scooters, loads of cars, loads of everything, you know. So the pollution is very high. So bear that in mind. So air quality is pretty poor, and there's petty crime. Well, everywhere you're gonna be, there's gonna be a little bit of petty crime. It's not super dangerous. It's actually a safe place, safe city, but it's petty crime in tourist area, and there's some scams that you have to be aware of, like your tuk-tuk scam or your tourist scam. You know, tourist activity scams as well. So just bear in mind, there's going to be some petty crime, especially in the high tourist areas. So always be on your P's and Q's. KL, just as damn hot, just as damn humid, but less pollution. It's not as polluted. The air quality is not as bad. It's not as much pollution. So it's pretty good for a Southeast Asian country. It's a lot greener, and it's a lot greener, and it's definitely a lot cleaner. Just the streets, period, is cleaner. I'll say a lot cleaner than Bangkok. Cause it depends where you go. Bangkok can get dirty, especially the streets. Whereas KL is a lot cleaner. It's really dope and really clean city actually. It's very safe, and it's absolutely great for solo travelers. So if you, like I said, if it's your first time solo traveling, you want to go to Southeast Asia, you want to do your first stop, KL will be great for you because KL is super safe. Everyone speaks English. It's clean, so I think it'll be a good start. Again, I would say Bangkok as well because I love Bangkok, but Bangkok is not for everyone. It can be very overwhelming. So if it's your first time going to Southeast Asia and you want to explore, it could get very chaotic and it could put you off Asia, period. So I don't want for you. So I want, because Asia is absolutely amazing and the people are absolutely amazing. So you definitely have to explore Asia. So I don't want you to be overwhelmed. So again, like I said, if you're a newbie and you want to travel to somewhere in Southeast Asia, I would say your first stop should be KL rather than Bangkok. Both are tropical, both are super warm, super hot, both are beautiful. KL is a lot, just somewhat cleaner. Well, I would say a lot cleaner, and a little bit more safer. Guys, in the comments, please let me know in the comments if you've lived in either. I'm not saying, sorry guys, I'm not trying to alienate you guys or eliminate you guys. Not the guys that are from there. I'm talking about the guys that have, foreigners that have lived in either Malaysia or, sorry. So I'm talking about foreigners that have lived. I'm talking about foreigners that either lived in Bangkok or KL. Please let me know in the comments what you thought, what the pros and the cons were. Let us know, not only me, but let other people know in the comments, please. So let me know in the comments which one was your favorite, and why, please. So my final thoughts: if you want adventure, chaos, and 24-hour high energy, then Bangkok is for you. It's a beautiful city, but it's a city that never sleeps, honestly. It's like the damn Vegas of Asia. There's something going on, and there's something always going on. Now, if you want more calm, chilled, more balance and affordability, then KL will be for you, especially if you want to go for a longer period of time. Like, for instance, let's say if you want to go in 4 months, I would say obviously do both, but just more affordability be more KL. So I would say spend more longer in KL. So I would say do 1 month in Bangkok and 3 months in KL type thing, or go half. It's better to experience both places anyway. But for sure, especially when it comes to accommodation and getting around, you're gonna spend more money in Bangkok. It's gonna cost more than in KL. So again, if you have a limited budget, then I would say base yourself in KL. So guys, let me know in the comments, man. Are you team Bangkok or team KL? Let me know. I want to know. Me personally, if I had 1 month, right, I'll 100% choose Bangkok. I just would choose Bangkok. Easy for me, easy to get around, especially the foreign, to move to other and explore different places. Food is amazing. It's amazing. I'll choose Bangkok. But if I had a longer period of time, if I had 2 to 3 months, I 100% would choose KL, because KL it would be a cheaper stay, more affordable, and it's just a better balance. All right, you get high lows, high energy, low energy, chilled, and chaos. All of that would be KL, a lot more affordable. So you can get someone really nice, stay there for a longer period of time, and still be able to explore Asia. So that's how I would put it to you. You know, that's my opinion. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I try to do this video to give you some more recommendation tips, so you can help navigate all these different places, and especially for you newbies that's going to these places for the first time. You have a heads up, so you're not blindsided, and you know what to expect going forward. So if you like the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, yeah, before you go, for sure. Till next time, peace.